I had a client who was concerned that her money would be used irresponsibly, and she wanted to lock it up for her kids so that they couldn't get to it. It could be used for them, but they couldn't just have control over it, and she was worried that they'd blow it. And how long can you keep things locked up? She wanted to know, how long can I lock up my money? So when in any estate plan we do, a will or a revocable trust plan, we have the ability to create something called a testamentary trust, which is a sub-trust inside this document, and it might have a condition for it. So I might say, if I die, everything goes to my spouse, and if my spouse is not around, it goes to my kids, but they have to be 25 or 30 to get the money. And if they are, this thing will pop up into existence, this testamentary trust, and we can create some rules around it. It can pay for health care, it can pay for education, etc. It can't be distributed for these expenses, or whatever you want. As long as it's not illegal, you can pretty much do it in a testamentary trust. And how long can these things last? In Minnesota, we have something, I'm not going to get into it, it's the nightmare of law students, but it's called the rule against perpetuities, and it's based on this idea that there's a public policy against locking up wealth forever. So they say this, here in Minnesota, the maximum is you can keep the money locked up for the entire life of the beneficiary, and then another 20 years after that. It gets a little more involved than just that, but that's a basic statement of the rule. So if I create a trust for my young kids, I could make it last for their entire life, and then it can go to the next generation if I want for another 21 years after that. There's some exceptions. There's no limit. If it's a charitable trust, it can last forever. And if you are really concerned about something lasting multiple generations, so if you want something to last for grandkids, great-grandkids, etc., on down the line, create a true multi-generational legacy. There are states that do not have the rule against perpetuities. I am licensed in South Dakota specifically for this reason. You can create trusts there that last forever. Every state's different with these rules, so make sure you're working with an attorney you trust and who's licensed in the state where you are. That's very important. Any questions, please do shoot me an email.